what they want to. It's the same way with where Mary said, I have not known a man.
They say she knew him.
They saying she knew him. They add in that Joseph was low running in Crete. Mary, for 3 months. Mary!
But the scripture says just man.
Look, but the law say if a man jump the gun and sleep with his wife before the wedding ceremony, it's no sin as long as he married her. So what is Joseph worried about? What could he be worried about? The question wasn't you espoused to her and you jumped the gun on the wedding ceremony. Joseph was asking, who baby is that? Let's get Maury Povich on the phone. And what the angel's response was it about the wedding or was it about what's in her womb?
First thing he said was, don't be afraid. Fear not.
That which is what conceived in her. What does conception do?
Yeah.
Y'all, I don't care how they go to the other one saying Hebrew this. We just showing you everything about the flesh. That's why we showing you the difference in the different types of flesh. Christ couldn't have had that same thing. If you believe Adam was made from dust and breathed into his life and he was opened up and a rib took out the virgin birth, you got problems with that. And then you want to call that an immaculate conception, then you don't know what the immaculate conception is about. That's mother and son sexual intercourse. That's mother and son, a son worshiping his mother. What the Catholics do when they say Hail Mary, that's the immaculate conception. But the virgin birth is totally different. Christ said, who's my brother? When they said, your mama out there, he said, who's my mother, my brother? Y'all, he never said, honor, worship my mom. So how you going to equate the immaculate conception with the virgin birth and say that's what we teach? No, you teaching craziness because you're saying that Mary didn't know that Joseph was getting busy with her. See, she didn't know at that time, but then she knew after that. Okay, right. Right. Yeah. And then if you had slipped to her a Mickey or you did that, then you brought the unblemished lamb in as a bastard. Because what you trying to put away for? Or you saying I'm putting away because I jumped the gun? Well, jumping the gun means what? You lusted to bring the Messiah into the world. When we read in the book of Tobit, his vow to his wife, he said, I take her not for lust. If you're saying that Joseph is not a daddy, he was like this, don't get out of that here, get out of that toilet. Y'all want to see Papa go to work. You think that this would happen in the birth of the Messiah coming into the world?
Right, exactly.
And you tell us we teaching strange doctrine? Where we at, Joe? Let's get these last two. We got to get out of here.
Hey, then if y'all look, all you got to do is just type in immaculate conception. Like, look the definition up. Definition, the whole phrase is called the immaculate conception of marriage. They teach that she never sinned, that she never died, that she's in heaven with authority over Christ, and that she's the way to salvation.
Where you read that in the scripture?
No, that's not. That was saying the scripture about a virgin conceived. Don't say nothing about an immaculate conception. So the Catholic Church already defined what it means. And what it means ain't got nothing to do with what's in the scripture. Nothing at all. It's something to venerate Mary to where she's the way to salvation. They say the woman never died. Never had sex ever. Never sinned ever. That ain't the truth. She didn't have sex to produce Christ. Matthew 1:25 say Joseph didn't know her until she brought forth Christ. So that proves she did have sex. She didn't die virgin. That's what's taught through the immaculate conception. You feel me? So somebody try to throw that chart in there, y'all teach that. Ain't what we teach. We teach what the angel told them. Right. The power of God is going to overshadow you, and that which is in you should be called the Son of God. So that's what we teach. They say we're teaching heresy. We're teaching that. We only teach what the angel told them.
And as you mentioned Matthew 1, when they tell you that Joseph was thinking about making her a public example. So in the law, because keep in mind, in Matthew, it's the first book of the New Testament, so clearly there was no New Testament at this time. So the law states that if you were caught in an act of adultery, you were stoned. So why would Joseph be thinking about stoning his wife, him being a just man? I mean, that's something to think about.
Right. So y'all, we gonna hit these last ones then. John, what?
First John.
Come on, y'all, we're gonna roll through these, y'all. We're gonna get out of here. We got about 9 minutes. We got a question. Go ahead, sis.
I saw it's a church like that by my house. It's called Immaculate Conception.
Right.
And it has the graveyard on it, but it's like a Catholic church.
Yeah.
So how can they, like, how do people, my thing is, like, if you know what that means, why would you even attend it?
Most don't know.
Most don't know because they show the Pope as a righteous man. So, you know, and the new Pope just said, I may have 2 years to live. God's calling me home in about 2016. So he said
The atheist. See, the one that said the atheist can get into the kingdom of heaven.
yeah, he said he got
Atheist engaged.
He got a disease.
Right down 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1 and 2. Talks about how these false teachers come along.
Let's get these, y'all. We gotta get out of here. Where we at? Did we finish that? Get that, John. You were just talking about. We're just gonna hit them too. And the Son's got Romans 8:14. Y'all, we're gonna get out of here.
All right, 1 John 3, 1-3. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God.
See, should be called. Look, if you gonna be called something, you should be called based off of what? Some kind of work, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, read on some more.
Therefore the world knoweth us not,
Right?
because it knew him not.
Right?
Beloved, now are we the sons of God.
So right there, they'll stop reading and saying, right there it is. We are the sons of God. But keep reading.
And it doeth not yet appear.
It do what?
And it doeth not yet appear.
See, it ain't appeared yet.
What we shall be.
What we shall be. Go ahead.
But we know that when he shall appear.
When he shall do what?
When he shall appear.
Right, who is the he, y'all?
Christ.
Okay, go ahead.
We shall be like him.
We shall be like him when he appeared. After the 7th trump, then we should be just like him. For those of us that work righteousness, then we should be, you got a little more of that?
Yeah. For we shall see him as he is. And every man that have this hope in him.
That have this what?
Hope in him.
So the whole thing started off as a hope to be a son of God.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Purified himself.
Do what?
Purified himself.
Okay.
Even as he is pure.
So, y'all, we see that you become purified and you keep the commandments. And when he shows up, we should be like, because, Jesse, you think about it. If you there when he show up, and that sword ain't pointed towards you, you know you must be a son of God, then you'll make it in the book of life. Give me that Romans 8:14, y'all. And y'all write down Galatians 3:26. And John 11, you see all of that when he dealt with Lazarus. You know, and y'all gonna get on out of here. Y'all give me that psalm to close out. But y'all, this is a long time. This could take 3 sessions to get this down and get to understand it. But y'all, everything somebody use. Look, if they say get rid of the book of Enoch, y'all can't use Jasher, then the Bible, then we still got a problem with the book of Jude talking about Enoch. And there's a difference in it. It says the first men that fell off before the flood, those that fell off Mount Sinai, and then it's go and the angels. How you gonna conclude all these mean the same thing?
Right. God, angels.
Their verses state it tell you, and it don't even stop here on earth. It said it's going to another land. Okay, Psalm 59. And y'all think about this.
Hey,
Somebody right quick give me the Deuteronomy 23:10. I got to do that. Okay. Wow, yeah. Give me that Deuteronomy 23:10, y'all. I just want y'all to see this about dreaming a scene. Don't you understand you are in a vision then? If you feel like that was so real, when you wake up and tell somebody, man, that dream was like I was actually there. But guess what happened when the phone rang and wake you up? And you try to get back in that dream, what it be like then? It's just like you looking through the window now. You can't never get right back in that. The phone woke you up for a reason. Take that as a way of escape that Peter talks about. The Lord make a way to escape. Ring, ring, right when you about to commit iniquity and have the heavy shocks in the moment. What you got?
That's just like if you have a dream, like you fall and you're down or whatever.
Right.
I mean, you just fall off a cliff.
Right.
All of a sudden you wake up.
What?
Heart pounding.
I mean, yeah, heart pounding and you're sweating. Hey, there's something to that.
Look, Y'all look up also succubus and incubus.
Yes.
Y'all see those are demonic spirits. A succubus is a woman, a demon to take the form of a woman and come to a man through his lust. An incubus is a is a female demon, a male demon that comes to women in their sleep. You wake up in your water smoking a cigarette and smiling. You better be asking some questions. Go ahead, what we at?
Deuteronomy 23:10.
We went right before we pray. Go ahead. Deuteronomy 23:10. Say, man.
If there be among you any man that is not clean.
Not what?
Not clean. By reason of uncleanness. That chances him by night.
That chances him by night. I don't care what version you get. It's going to say a nocturnal emission. Nocturnal means in the nighttime. Emission means spilling forth seed. What else to say?
Then shall he go abroad out of the camp. He shall not come within the camp. But it shall be when evening cometh on, he shall wash himself with water. And when the sun is down, he shall come into the camp again.
See, you will actually put out for a wet dream, so this is a conscious thing. If you didn't tell nobody, how they gonna know? Unless they were sleeping next to you. That's why when David was sleeping on the field with his men before the priest let him eat the showbread, he said, have any of these men been with women, even on the spiritual level? Some of you women know your husband wake up or significant other wake up smiling, you got a problem.
But you smiling.
What you smiling about this? How I'm supposed to know? Probably thinking about that woman when you let me go back to sleep and get her address.
Address of Facebook, Instagram. All that.
Where we at, y'all?
Romans chapter 8.
8:14, y'all. We're going to get to Psalm 1. We're going to close out.
Romans chapter 8. I'm going to start at verse 12.
What it say?
Therefore, brethren, we are debtors, not to the flesh.
Not to the what?
Not to the flesh, to live after the flesh.
Right?
For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God.
You're right.
You want to keep going?
No, you can hold up that y'all read on the mess of that what it said, if you're led by the Spirit. So what's ruling your temple where the Holy Spirit dwells is saying it can't be a 50-50 relationship because that's bipolarism. One day you own your flesh, the next day you own your spirit, and we hear it all the time. Dog, I just got in my flesh on now. So I'm supposed to deal with you with your bipolarism. No, we can't do it. No. Give me that Luke 20:35 in the Psalm, and then sis got to make an announcement about Feast of Tabernacles. Yo, we got the Feast of Trumpets coming up, and the Day of Atonement, and then the Feast of Tabernacles coming up, y'all. So, y'all, we got to get prepared for those. The bigger one, the 7-day feast, the Feast of Tabernacles, which is supposed to be another blood moon on that day as well. Give me that Luke 20:35. Just read that right quick. Luke 20:34. I'll read it. And Yahushua answering said unto him, the children of this world marry, and are given in marriage. But they which shall be accounted worthy to attain that world and the resurrection from the dead, neither marry nor are given in marriage. Neither can they die anymore, for they are equal unto the angels. Now, once again, if angels are men, this Christ is saying angels can't die. And all the children of God, being the children of what?
The resurrection.
That's how you become a son of God or a child of God after the resurrection. But y'all make sure y'all write down Isaiah 4th chapter, and you'll see those that remain and are left alive of the children of Israel after the second trump will take 7 women to wives, and they will repopulate Israel for 1,000 years. 1,000. And that's what 1 Corinthians 15:51 says, know this one thing, not all of us shall taste death, but in the twinkling of an eye, you're going to go into preternatural state like Adam was and reproduce children so that the word never go void.
Where What chapter is it?
First Corinthians 15.
Isaiah chapter 4.
Isaiah chapter 4, 1 through 4. You know, a lot of brothers use that for this side. But no, those are the brothers that have been changed in the twinkling of an eye, because the scripts say, after those days and those that are left remaining from Christ's wrath, those will be the ones that be, because they deserve it. You got your mind, you got hustling and pimping on your mind. You think you're going to take that same thing into the kingdom? No. Thank you, bro. Sister got to make an announcement. Go ahead, sis, make that announcement.
Shalom, fam.
Shalom.
I have more packets for the Feast of Tabernacles, is the ones that the poor gave out last week. If anybody needs those, we have those. There's also been a decision no pets will be allowed. I know initially we said yes, but if you can refrain from bringing your pets. We also have a few cancellations, so there's some extra openings if you know anyone that wants to come, or if you want to add some relatives, friends, or family. And make sure you guys put your tents up before you get out there. Make sure all the parts are there, even if your tent is new, because there might be something missing. You don't want to get out there and not have any shelter or place to sleep. And let's see, there's a camping list included in that packet. Make sure that you have pretty much everything that's on it. Not every single thing is required of everyone, but you can make sure your individual tent and your kids and whoever's with you are covered, then we should be good. The last payment is no later than September the 13th, and those go to Zipporah. If you do have any questions or any extra people that you want to bring, give her a call, and I have her number if you need it. I'm sure a lot of sisters in here do. Now, there are t-shirts also that are going to be available. Sister Brittany, the one that helps with the kids class, has arranged for that. They're about $10, and any sizes above 2X, there'll be an additional charge. But they'll be they'll be decorated for the Feast of Tabernacles. So $10 to $15, depending on what size you need. And then I have sign-up sheets for the t-shirts. If you're interested, those will be up here. And then we're also taking money if you want to pay today. Otherwise, the money is due no later than the 20th of September. And those are again for that feast in October.
How much it is?
She says here $10. Anything above 2X will have an additional charge. I think it's $1 per X you go up. Something
Right,
like
right. It's 10 per individual. Is that right?
Yes.
So if it's just you and your significant other, or you and your partner, whatever. And this, y'all, we're doing the Feast of Tabernacles out at Merrimack State Park. Oh, that's for the t-shirt.
Yeah.
But as far as the cost for the opening spaces that's coming up, y'all, because we got the 3 campgrounds they had available. And that's 50 per campground. So we had 150. It was kind of sold out because we're going to do the Feast of Tabernacles. And that's where you put your tent out in your backyard. This don't stop y'all from doing it if you ain't on the list. It's just, this is around the time it's called celebrating Sukkot, where you sleep outdoors and can look at the night sky. So we out in Merrimack State Park on October the 10th through the 12th. We had a few opening spots. If any of y'all have already been on there and if you had down for 4 and you only gonna bring 3, let us know so we can get somebody else in there. Right. And next year, y'all, we just gonna have to start in January to gain these spots, y'all. These spots be taken up immediately. Y'all, the Negro time we be on, y'all, it ain't working for us no more. Because it calls us to leave somebody out. And if you find out later you're not paying attention down here, then you find out, man, can I go? I ain't heard nothing about it. But what was you doing sitting in the back? If it was just rubbing chips and sticks across your back, customers and molars, then we know why you didn't hear what you were supposed to hear. You wasn't hearing spiritual food, you're down here for the physical food. Right. So y'all, that's what Sister talking about. But go ahead and finish up, sis.
The last thing, Sister Brittany last week mentioned the Fruits of Zion Garden. There's a sign-up sheet, so if anybody wants to participate in the community garden, here it is, and we're going to put them over on the table.
That's beautiful. The Fruits of Zion. That's beautiful. So
That's it.
I know I got something back
Really
there.
wanting to reiterate that about the garden, if you're really serious about the garden, sign up. If you're not really serious about it, you said, please, just don't even sign up to me. If you're serious, sign up. But if you like, I don't know, then just think about it.
We good?
That's it.
Everybody got any questions before we get out of here? Y'all, look, these things don't come up, but you don't have to use Enoch. You don't have to use Jasher. This man bedstead, when he read in there 13 feet, tell us it's some unnatural being. And when you get to the book of Josephus too, also the book of the Antiquity of the Jews, you'll see that he say the flesh was different of these giants.